Welcome back to Stuff Around the House. I am Ryan, and today we are diving into the price gouging issue on eBay. Now, it's important to say that this isn't just eBay, and it's not specifically eBay's fault. It's what the people are listing things for, and people are crazy enough to buy them at these ridiculous prices. So, we're going to do a couple of searches, and we're going to see some of these crazy prices, and we'll talk about it a little bit. First, we're going to do hand sanitizer. And what you're going to find is that there's a huge price range. Some of them are not terrible. I don't even know what these goofy ones are, but this looks like, oh, it's just one bottle. They showed four bottles, and I was a little fooled at first, but it's one bottle for $30. That's a heck of a bargain. Here's one I clicked on a little bit earlier, and I was just shocked. $27.99, and you do get free shipping. Pretty nice of them. And when you click on it, it'll tell us how many people have looked at it recently and how many people, 926 people have viewed this in the last hour or roughly per hour. And in the last hour, 18 poor souls have paid $27.99 for a bottle of Germex. Now, when I did searches online for this specific Germex, I came up with between about 4 and 550. So they have multiplied that roughly 6 times. Uh, that's pretty crazy. I don't know what's crazier, the idea that somebody is selling it for this exorbitant amount of money, or if somebody's crazy enough to buy it for that amount of money. I mean, maybe it's just weird. I don't understand it. Now, another one that surprised me, and this one was rubbing alcohol. This stuff normally goes for about $249 for about 91%. And now, this isn't terrible actually. They're selling it for $13 for two of them. So about $6.50 each. Yeah, they're doubling it. I don't consider that to be price gouging. And you've got to build something in for your time and stuff like that. But just wait, there's others. This guy or gal is selling one bottle of the same thing for $18 for one bottle. And you'll also notice next to it, it says it's trending at $24.97. But I think a lot of times that's including the shipping. But oh, at $18 they do give you free shipping. That's very kind of them. It's very ridiculous. Whatever you do, don't buy this stuff. I mean, we may eventually have some real shortages, but it's not happening quite yet. As we talked about in the other video, we're still at a point where things are coming in on trucks. That supply chain was already in motion from China or from whatever part of the country or world that it came from. So it's already coming to the stores. We wouldn't see real outages for probably another month or so, and that's if this even continues for another month, which we don't know if it will. I wouldn't get worried yet, and I sure wouldn't be paying $20 for a bottle of rubbing alcohol. The other one that got kind of crazy was this Clorox cleanup. Whoops, not what I meant to do. All right, Clorox cleanup goes in the store for somewhere between 3 and 4.50 a bottle. I think here in the Des Moines, Iowa area, it retails for somewhere between 3.29 and 3.99. But you will see on here it is now selling for, this one is $27. And now it looks like that one includes free shipping. So that one's actually not terrible. You'd be a little surprised to know, we ran the numbers on this earlier, and to ship two bottles of Clorox using just 2 to 9 day ground with the United States Post Office, it's still about $11. It's heavy and it's a fairly bulky item, and to have two of them, it's not cheap. So they're getting around $13, and they probably paid about $6 to $7 for the two. So they're doubling their money. That's, I guess, not completely terrible, but some of these are terrible. Um, this one wants $24. Really, it's 16 but 8 for shipping for a 2 pack. Well, I guess that was a 2-pack. Oh, here we go. This is the one I was thinking of. They want $12.50 for the bottle, and then they want $12.55 for shipping. That makes you right at $25.05 for one bottle of Clorox. Again, this stuff is still coming in. In the stores right now, you do see some bare shelves because, they just had a weekend and people were hearing that things were starting to run short and they went to the store and they bought it all up and it's gone. Well, they already have trucks in motion that are going to be delivering to the stores and they're going to be restocking. I would not be on eBay spending this amount of money on any of this stuff. Not yet. We may hit a point if things don't calm down where there really is a shortage, and for people to get specific items, they may have to pay exorbitant prices like these to get them. But we're not even close to being there yet. So whatever you do, don't go online and pay these ridiculous prices. It's not worth it. And in fact, you can go to some other stores. Let's do Lowe's. And at Lowe's, you can go up here and you can search for, we'll do 409 in this case. And they're going to bring it up. We'll click on one of them. And on all these websites, they have different tools and they vary. Some of the tools will tell you how many they have left. Some of the tools will not. They'll just say that they have plenty or that it's limited supplies. Check these websites though, because in this case, one that's just not too far away from me, they have 11 of them. And it's just maybe a 10-minute drive. And then you can go and they'll show some of these other stores. In my area, 11, 11, 7, and 12, they aren't really running low on them. But I did find earlier that if we go to Target and we do 409, I was getting some different results. That one said in stock. Okay, this is a good example where they don't really tell you how many are left, but they'll say in stock, which I assume means that they have a fair number of them, because Target was doing a thing where it says like nearly out of stock or almost sold out. I can't remember the words they used, but there's something between out of stock and in stock where it gives you kind of an idea that the supply is dwindling. But this is a great example of how these things vary just a couple miles apart. This West Des Moines store that says out of stock is maybe a couple blocks away from that Lowe's that had 11 of them in stock. If you're looking for these items, my bottom line advice would be to check around and do your research online before you go to the store if you think you're going to have a hard time finding it. Now, this is the part of the video where I beg you to like and subscribe the video. We're going to bring you other videos that have similar types of topics. We're looking at next having some videos on making homemade hand sanitizer and a homemade Clorox 409 type cleaner. And all these are super cheap to make at home, and I think they're really kind of better for you. They have a few less chemicals in them. We'll look at the ingredients list, but I'll beg a second time, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.